All right, guys, welcome to the install video for the Descent Offroad bumper. As you can see, my bumper looks a little bit different. Don't even worry because everything gets cut off regardless of how your 80 series looks. It's been modified for a swing out DIY carrier that I did a video on earlier. You guys can check that out if you want. Not my greatest work, but it's of no consequence because we're just going to make some simple cuts to remove the entire bumper. Tools we're using today are a Sawzall, somewhere between a 9-inch to a 12-inch blade, and then making sure that the blades that you pick are meant for strong metals. You're going to burn through a few of them here, so I would say have somewhere between 3 to 5 blades on hand just to be safe. Depending on how clean and close to the frame your cuts are, you may need to grind down with an angle grinder to clean things up. Now, Descent sent me this bumper for free. The way that they ship them is either to a local FedEx site or straight to your door for an extra charge. I'd highly recommend getting it straight to your door because this thing is big and you need a trailer pretty much to get it to your house. The main components are the crossmember that bolts up to the frame, the brackets, as well as the final bumper, with some smaller accessories included, especially if you order the pod lights to go with it.
It does feel heavy duty. It looks like lastly we just got this thing that covers up the pod light holes. They don't have pod lights.
So using the provided template, you're going to line it up with the holes and then mark. I used a paint pen just so that you know what kind of lines you're going to be cutting. They don't have to be extraordinarily precise, but the more clean you can get those lines, the easier you're going to have. And then the next step is just to cut. I'm only going to be showing one side from here on out because you're going to rinse and repeat for the opposite side. My cuts were not extraordinarily precise, so with Fitment, to ensure that the brackets fit up with the holes that the screws need to go through, I had to grind away some extra material. Once everything is confirmed to mate up, you'll send those screws home and hold those brackets in place. Now for the exhaust part, you're going to want to be careful. I ended up cutting my exhaust because it just wouldn't fit with the bumper. I did a really messy job of this because I knew that I wanted to replace the back half of my exhaust from the resonator to all the way to the back. So it looks much better now. Next comes the welding part. You're going to want to make sure you disconnect at least the negative terminal of your battery before you're welding up onto your car. And then take your time with the welds, make them as clean as you can. And as always, go for penetration. I'm just using a really cheap flux core welder and it worked excellently. Then you'll want to test fit the cross member, make sure that everything fits up. I used the hammer to kind of just push it into place because the clearances were nice and tight, which is good. And then before going to the bumper phase, next comes the paint on the bare steel. All right, guys, so the team over at Descent recommends you hit it with primer, hit it with good amounts of coats of paint. So do that, but I'm going to be using Steel It. This is meant to just go, it's a polyurethane aerosol meant to go right onto steel. I have a can laying around, so I'm going to try and get 2 coats. Obviously, wait until the metal's cool before you start applying. Trying to get up in the cracks and crevices. Make sure everything gets a good, solid touch from the Steel It. All right, now for the fun part, getting the bumper up and on. This thing is heavy, so you're going to need at least 2 people, including you, maybe even 3 to make it easy, or if you're weak. And just make sure you get some screws in to hold the thing in place on either side. With the bolts and the brackets that affix the bumper on the back end, there will be 4 sets of those that you want to send home. And then underneath the truck on either side, there will be smaller bolts that you're going to want to torque down in as star of a pattern as you can to make sure everything seats up nicely. All right, guys, thanks for watching. No pod lights today, so that's it for the install. I'm going to be putting the Descent kind of nameplate covers over those pod light holes in the future here. That's super simple, and I don't think it needs instruction. It's just too cold out in Minnesota for me to be doing that these days. I hope that this install doesn't scare you. It's not too bad. It's not too hard. You just need to know enough to be dangerous with a welder and have some cutting tools available. Measure twice, cut once. Really easy overall. This bumper looks so clean, and I couldn't be happier with it. To disclose, Descent did send this bumper to me out for free, so no money changed hands, but they didn't have any talking points. I'm just obligated to make a install video as well as a review video. So that will be coming out in the future as I get more time driving with the bumper and just getting the feel for it on my rig as a daily driver. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. We will see you in the next one. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Peace.